Hi friends, and good morning, and welcome to Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Almost to the middle of the week, which means it's almost my Monday. Oops, I just spilled Monster everywhere. Wonderful. Cheers, top of the morning to you. Oh, that is good. Monster Viking Berry. That is my favorite. I hope they don't discontinue it. I'm going to be really upset if they do. Woke up this morning with a pounding headache behind my eyes. I don't know what that's all about. But nonetheless, we have stuff to do, business to run, floor scrubber to return. Shampooed the carpets in the house last night. Not what I had originally had planned for my night, but nonetheless needed to be done, so we got it done. Mom and Dad lived in the house for 10 years, and I don't know if I didn't ask her. I don't know if they've ever, I'm sure they did. I don't know for a fact that they ever shampooed the floors, but I'm sure they did. Mom's a bit of a cleanliness freak, so I'm sure she did, but just thought it was time. So anyways, just happened to stop by the hardware store to see if they rented them, and they did. So I had a really hard time with that, because I got the living room done, and I wanted to eat dinner and go to bed. So we're going to have to rent it again to do the bedrooms. Again, I don't know if they needed it, but to me, I just wanted to do it. It was something that's been on my mind lately. A little guy, Chico, Chihuahua, I inherited from my father-in-law when he passed. He's getting old, he's 14 and can't hold his bladder anymore, so he's peed a couple times. So that's kind of the reason why I've wanted to do it. We cage him now, unfortunately. He hates it. But we cage him now when we're not going to be home to watch him. Let him out as needed, of course. And I figured, well, I've got it. I might as well do the bedrooms too, but I didn't get to it last night. So, and then we have to work today. So it'd be better for me to rent it on a Friday night and be able to keep it until Saturday, 24 hours later. So I rented it at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and I don't have to return it until 4 o'clock today, but I'm not going to have time to use it, so I'm just going to drop it off now on my way into the shop. But anyways, I eventually want to put Pergo flooring, or the tongue and groove, whatever you want to call it, crap, I don't know, the fake hardwood, laminate flooring, whatever it is. I want to eventually put that in the living room. I don't know about the bedrooms. I like having carpet in the bedrooms. To me, it's just a nicer feel on my feet. I don't go barefoot hardly at all, except for when I'm in bed. And I normally have something on my feet just because, I don't know, I don't care how clean a house is, to me it's gross to go bare feet into your bed. It's nasty. I've seen people walk around in flip-flops or sandals all day long with no socks on, and the bottom of their feet are black from walking around outside in flip-flops or sandals, and then just get right into bed. To me, that is disgusting. I'm just weird like that, I guess. I don't know, but a bit eccentric maybe. But anyways, can't do it. So the bedroom is the only place I really ever go barefoot. Obviously in the bathroom, get in the shower, but so I kind of like the carpet feeling on the feet. But I wouldn't be opposed to the hardwood either in the bedrooms, but I want to do the living room first. A, it looks nicer. B, it's easy cleanup. But yeah, I don't know. anyways, headed into the shop. Had 3 dogs today. One rescheduled till Thursday, so Isabella ended up with it. And then I've got 2 today. I've got a mini doodle and hell, I don't know what the other one is now. But gotta stop at the hardware store, drop off the floor scrubber, and then get to the shop and get rolling on that, I guess. And yeah, so a bunch of parts coming in the mail today for the 4-wheeler. Pretty excited about that, even though I can't do anything with them yet. My videos are all messed up, so forgive me for that. The video right before this one was from a week ago, and I did it, and I thought I uploaded it, and clearly I did not when I was going through the videos. And I'm like, oh, well, that's great. So it's titled A Week Late. But it was last Tuesday. Anyways, and my new cologne arrives today, too. I'm super excited about that. So I'm probably going to do a review on this cologne just because of the cost. So stay tuned for that. I hope. I have not smelled it yet, but I have watched a lot of reviews, and it sounds like it's what I like. It sounds like it falls in line with the colognes I like that I wear now. Like my favorite right now is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense and the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes. And this new cologne I got falls in line with that. It was just quite a bit more money. But nonetheless, I'm excited to get it today and to smell it. Kind of wish I wasn't working today. A couple reasons. I'd like to work on the 4-wheeler, and I'd like to be home to receive that package and smell it right away. But we'll see. I don't know. So, anyways, probably do a review on that cologne. Obviously, it'll be next weekend now. Anyways, headed to the shop. I'm going to stop at the hardware store first. Not feeling real hot, so I'm probably going to stop and grab something to eat like normal. I'm not real sure why I don't feel good. What is this guy doing? Like, literally all in my lane. What the fuck? And then he's going to wave at me. Like, you literally just unreal. So anyways, that's your Kentucky drivers for you. So anyways, yeah, welcome to the day, guys. Let's get it. So while I'm thinking of it, that's where I was going. Eventually, I was going to get there. So, I showed you in yesterday's video, I ended up buying the Chevy Trax from my mother-in-law, helping her out. And again, not ideally the car I was looking for, but nonetheless, it has a turbo. And you all, if you know me, you know I love turbos. I love turbo cars. I love turbo sounds. I love everything about a turbo. The rush, the blow off, the boost sounds, the turbo spooling, all that. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I know the car will never be fast because I'm not going to spend stupid big money on it. But I do think I'm going to at least make it sound better and maybe look better. I've got some ideas rattling around in this dusty old attic I've got for a brain. And it's going both ways. Or, yes, both ways. Lower it. Tuner car style. Maybe throw some rims on it. Maybe put a more free-flowing exhaust on it to make cooler turbo noises. Or tint the windows, stereo maybe. Or I played with the idea on ChatGPT last night of, and I've only seen renders. I've only seen renders. I personally have not found, and probably for good reason, because they're super underpowered cars. But I thought, being is that it's all-wheel drive turbo, And again, the car's not fast. I think it only makes like 130 horsepower. I have a motorcycle at home that makes more than that. I was thinking, let's do a rally car. I think that would be kind of slick. Get some crazy wrap for it, put some different wheels on it. They make a lift kit for it. They make like a 2-inch or 3-inch lift kit for those cars, which I thought was crazy. I just happened to look up lift kits for Chevy Trax, and they actually make one for it. And they're reasonable too, only like $130. They're just the pucks, but still, give it a little beefier stance. So I don't know. I've been playing with some ideas. Right now, it's just going to be a good gas mileage, reliable daily driver once I fix the air conditioning and the heat. I ordered a blower motor. I don't know when it'll be here. I got to look, but ordered a new blower motor for it. I already replaced the blower motor resistor, checked all the fuses, checked the relays and all that jazz, and everything's good now. So, and the blower motor's getting power to the plug. So to me, it says the blower motor's bad. Unless I got a bad blower motor resistor, which could be the case. I have gotten bad electrical components before that were brand new. So when the blower motor gets here, that'll be the first thing I do. I'm just going to unplug it and plug it in. Unplug the stock one, or the one that's in the car now, and plug the new one in and see if that works. New blower motor was like $40. So, I mean, the resistor was 60, because I bought an OEM. I didn't buy a cheap China one. I bought an OEM blower motor resistor. It was $60. New blower motor was 40. So I'm $100 into trying to fix the AC. And then I popped the hood the other day when I was working on it, and one of the AC lines is leaking. So I'm gonna have to figure that out too. I do remember that I had to charge it last summer when I was driving it. It started to blow not so cold, and then I recharged it and it worked fine. So it's just a slow leak, it looks like. But anyways, yeah, so just throwing some ideas around on what to do with the Trax, because you guys know me, I can't leave anything alone. And I don't know which route I want to go. The scene is that the car is not fast at all by any stretch of imagination, and never will be fast. Going the tuner route kind of seems redundant. It is turbo, it's all-wheel drive, it is an automatic. It's a 5-speed automatic, but still, it's slow. It makes like 130 horsepower, and it's all-wheel drive. So there's extra weight, extra rotational mass, and I'll never do anything to that car that's really going to bump up the horsepower. I'll probably do a cold air intake on it just so I can get more turbo noises, and maybe a diverter valve that recirculates out into the atmosphere, so you get the from the turbo. But I don't think a tuner car is the route I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go more rally style, off-roader rally style cars. What I think I want to do, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I got to drop this floor machine off. So I got off track. What I was talking about earlier about the floor scrubber. Man, I hope there's nothing there. No, we're good. I'm gonna end up having to wrench it again, and what I'm gonna have into renting it twice, I could have just went to Walmart and bought one. So I contemplated that hard yesterday. They had one for like $140 or $150 that I really liked, that would have done the job. So let's see, it cost me $96 yesterday to rent it. 60 of that was a deposit, so it's $36. A gallon of Autobahn was 10. Half a gallon of Mr. Clean Cleaner was 6. So $36, $46, $52. 50, yeah, I'm gonna be over $100 renting it twice. I might as well just buy the shampooer. But my problem with that is like I said, I want to put hardwood flooring or the Pergo flooring, whatever, laminate. I want to put that in the living room, so it'll only be the bedrooms that we will need it for. So I'm in a bad spot. I don't know what to do. Same thing with the mowing situation. I can go finance a mower for $200-300 zero turn for $200-300 a month, and right now I'm going to be paying about $100 a week for somebody to mow the house and the shop. So I'm like, geez, what do I do here, right? You know, obviously the smart thing, for me anyways, I think the smart thing, so there's pros and cons to it, right? To me, right off the top, the smart thing says go buy a mower, because then I'm paying for it, it'll be mine in the end. There's some downsides to that, or caveats. A, I'll have to find time to mow. B, I'm still paying for that mower regardless if I'm using it or not. So at least if I'm having somebody mow, like this week it's going to rain all week, I doubt they'll come out and mow. So there's pros and cons to it, I guess is what I'm saying. Well, that's great. Then it's the risk we take. So my 9 o'clock rescheduled. My 10:30, which was bringing 2 dogs, one for me, one for Isabella, didn't show up, no call, no show, and did not answer her phone. And the other 10:30 didn't show up. No call, no show, didn't answer her phone. So that's great. So that's 4 dogs we're not doing today now. I don't know what's going on, but it's getting really frustrating. Really frustrating. You know, we have X amount of dollars per day we have to make, and we're not doing it when this kind of stuff happens. We try to stack the days appropriately to where the shop makes money and Isabella makes money and everybody's happy. But when this kind of stupid stuff happens, it makes it really hard to replace it, because if 24 hours we can try to fill the schedule back, right? We can try to get somebody else moved from another day to today within 24 hours. But when they just blatantly don't, and here's the thing, and I don't like it because I feel it's too pushy. The system we use text messages the clients a reminder. Hey, you have, or friendly reminder, you have an appointment scheduled with Doggone Classy on such and such day, such and such time. Press C to confirm. Or something else to cancel, or something else to reschedule, or something like that, something to that effect. And while it's a nice feature to have, I'm not a huge fan of it, because I just feel it's too pushy. And it's nice because we can say nobody can say they didn't know. Well, I didn't remember I had an appointment with you guys. Well, I beg to differ. For the simple fact, we send out the text messages. I don't know. So anyways, 4 dogs off the schedule today. One rescheduled for Thursday, which is fine. We'll still get that one Thursday later in the week. And I'm okay with that too, right? Like I said earlier, we have X amount of dollars we have to make per day. But if we take an L on one day, but we make up for it on another day, so I'm just going to throw numbers out there. These aren't accurate numbers because I'm not going to ever share those with anybody. But let's say we need to make $1,000 a day, and we take a $400 hit, but we make up for that $400 on Thursday or Friday, right? Take a $400 hit early in the week, and then we make up for it Thursday or Friday. That's fine. You know, if we need to make $1,000 a day and we schedule $1,000 and we end up making $1,400, it evens itself out, right? And that's fine. That is all good, fine, and dandy. But when you take a $400 hit one day out of a $1,000 day, you take a $200 hit another day, and then a $100 hit on another day, and then you don't make any of that up. Now you're back almost at a $1,000 loss, and that's a whole day, right? And again, these aren't exact figures, numbers, because I'm not going to share numbers like that. It's just an example. It's just frustrating, you know, because like I said, nobody can ever say they didn't know they had an appointment or they forgot, because we send the text reminders out. But there again, too, then there's me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I sign up for a lot of text message stuff to get discounts on stuff, and then I forget to cancel it, and then I get 26 freaking phone calls or text messages throughout the day that are just nothing. Hey, what was I going to say? Come check out our website, you know, we've got whatever on sale today, you know, type thing. Or, you know, order now and get 20% off your next order, or whatever. Stuff like that. And it gets frustrating because it's monotonous, and I get 20 of them a day. But yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I don't understand people. I really don't. Have the common courtesy to call and say, hey, I can't make it today. Can we reschedule? Or if you weren't happy with your last groom, be honest. Like, hey, I wasn't 100% thrilled with the last groom. I don't think I want to keep doing business with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little upset, but I'll take the L and move on. You know what I mean? Like, that's the name of the game. And we have had problems with groomers, and we can't get groomers to stick around, or we hire them with the idea that it is just temporary, like the last one. We knew that once school was out, we'd lose her, and that was all fine and dandy. We'd planned for it. Oh, dang. I was playing with my dog, and she got me. I'm bleeding. You know, that's, again, it's business, right? I mean, it's going to happen, and we understand that, but I also do know that in this business, consistency is huge. Huge. If you don't have consistent consistency, people are going to use you, and I know that. And that puts me in a rough spot, because I really try to shoot for the consistency in the grooms, in our employees, and everybody's going to groom a little bit differently. It's just the way it is. It's just the nature of the business. It's the name of the game, whatever you want to call it. It's just the way it is. Everybody's going to do things a little bit differently. I do things differently. Isabella does things differently. Kayla's done things differently. Caitlin, when she worked for us, did things differently. Jennifer did things differently. Brittany did things differently. But at the end result was usually, I don't want to say all the same, because we've definitely had some people that were way better groomers than others. And even including me now, I'm getting way better, because I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, and I'm doing more than I would normally be comfortable with, because I'm able to do more. I've done a little bit more with each dog, move forward with each dog just a little bit more. And I've been watching a lot of videos, you know, and figuring it out. And, you know, part of me really wants to get my own oodle noodles and poodles type dog for that reason, for the simple fact that if I've got one, then I can, you know, if it doesn't matter if I mess it up, I can just shave it down, wait for the hair to grow back, and do it again. If I had my own doodle, noodle, oodle, poodle. And I think that would be beneficial, but I'm not paying for one, so if somebody wanted to give me one, I'd take it. Or if one was up for adoption or somebody needed to get rid of it or whatever, I would take it, but I'm not going to pay for one just for that simple fact. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that just doesn't make any sense. But anyways, so all that being said, and off that subject, now at this point in time, this juncture, I'm at Walmart. I obviously had some extra time because my groom didn't show up. So I ran to Walmart quick to get a couple things I needed. I was just going to go without them this week and get them this weekend, but now I don't have to, so I got a little extra time. So I'm going to run in here to Walmart, get what I need, and run back to the shop. I got like an hour and a half, 2 hours to play with. I'm going to look for some stuff while I'm here too that's bad on the mind. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, we're going to go do some shopping real quick. That's going to wrap up another day. Got a bunch of parts at the house waiting for me. Excited about that, even though I can't do anything with them at the current moment. But still exciting, nonetheless. Bunch of parts for the new wheeler. New cologne. I'm excited about that. I ordered 2 new colognes. Got one. It's in the mailbox at the house as we speak. I don't know when the other one will be here. Both very expensive colognes. I hope I like them. I know the one I do because I've smelled it. The one I got, the one that I'm still waiting on, the one I ordered and it came today, that's the one I haven't smelled yet. The other one I've smelled and I love it. I'm in love with it. It smells so good. The one today that's in the mailbox, I'm excited for. I hope it lives up to its expectations. The other one is Baccarat Rouge 540. That stuff is absolute fire. It smells so good. So good. But anyways, yeah. Another day in the books. Turned out to be kind of a crappy day. I mean, it is what it is. You know, we had 4 dogs, 2 clients, 4 dogs not show up today. 2 clients that had 2 dogs each. That hurts. But we were able to make up for it, and we had 2 people call in wanting something, wanting a groom and baths and stuff. And, 3 dogs were able to make up for the 4 we missed out on this morning, so it all worked out. We about broke even for the day for what we had planned on, and then what people that didn't show up, and then the people that called in wanting service, so it worked out. Just gonna have that. We're gonna have them days that are like that. You know, we got lucky, and you know, people still called needing something. The other thing that's exciting, this really makes me happy. We have a client that lives in Nashville. It's about 2 hours away from here, Nashville is. And this will be their 3rd time coming to us. They drive all the way from Nashville just to bring their dogs to us here in Columbia. I love that. That is awesome. Because to me, that shows that we're doing something right. Clients coming from Nashville is awesome. Pretty happy about that. So, yeah, I don't know. That tickles me pink. Anyways, headed home. It's gonna be a wrap. It's Tuesday, but you guys know the deal. It's my Sunday, so tomorrow's my Monday for work, for my full-time job. See what this week brings, I guess. This weekend, I've got 3 big doodles for Saturday. Look, I know. I said I was going to step away for a little bit. Step back. But we're busy enough, I want to for my mental state. But our groomer is staying busy. And as long as she's staying busy and people are still needing services, she's booked, then I'm going to groom, because it just makes sense. I have to, for the business sake. And B, yeah, is there other thing I'd like to be doing? Yes, but this keeps me busy. So if I'm not busy, I do something that I shouldn't do, spend money. Yeah, and that's not good. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I'm trying to save money, and if I don't stay busy, I spend money, and that's bad. But it's all good stuff, though. It's all stuff for the shop. I'm smart about it. I get online and I try to find products that I think will sell, or I replenish stuff we need. It gives me time to actually take care of the business side of stuff. And so it's a pro and a con. I'm not wasting money on dumb stuff, I'm not going and if this is you, I'm not speaking ill of you, I'm just saying. I'm not going and buying 3 cases of beer and getting drunk. That's not my style. Not partaking in anything like the devil's lettuce or anything of that nature. I spend money on things for the business for the most part. We have to keep the business going. There's things that are involved in that. Dog shampoo, conditioners, brushes. I'm going to ease up on the merch. I've got 1 big merch order coming. One more big merch order coming. And then I'm going to ease up on merch. And I think we'll be set. I just want the shelves full. And yeah, it's a slow ROI, return on investment. It's a slow ROI. But I like the shelves being full. I think that is a good professional look. It doesn't make us look janky in the retrospect that it looks like we're trying. It looks like we have our stuff together, which we do for the most part. I mean, I'm winging a lot of it. My biggest struggle is I know business. I know business ethics. I know how to run a business. It's getting other people to follow your business model, which is hard. And B, this town, I can't figure this town out. I think if we had this business in a busier setting, busier town, a different town, where there's more money, where there's not so much drama, I think business would be booming. I really do. I don't know. There's other parts to this too. I was talking to the Cintas guy today, and making sure they're talking about money, and making sure we're putting our ducks in the right spots, right? That's one thing I'm still very proud of, to say that we've done all this with no loans. Acquired the business, started the business, kept the business running with no help from a bank, no loans whatsoever. A lot of people take out a $100,000 business loan to start their business, or $250,000 business loan to start their business, and we had a little bit of help from a friend to get the ball rolling, but the rest has been all us. And I have now well surpassed what we had help with in the beginning. I have well surpassed that for my hard cash invested. It's luckily I'm still a good hustler, legal hustler. I'm still a good legal hustler, and able to, take $20 and turn it into $100 pretty quick. So, that's definitely played in our favor. legally. So that's definitely played in our favor. Always been a hustler my whole life, and that's, I feel, is, very important as a business owner, because you have to be able to think outside the box. They say, some people say, the best former criminals that never got caught make the best cops, because they know how to think like a criminal. I haven't always been a choir boy. I've had a very questionable youth, and now look what I do for work. So, being able to think outside the box sometimes, being able to think like a hustler, think like a criminal, whatever the case is, it definitely helps. That sounds bad, saying think like a criminal, but like, you gotta be able to think outside the box is my point. And what I do for work, I know that helps a lot too. Some of the bad choices I made when I was younger, I know that definitely helps with being able to do my full-time job as well. But back to what I was saying, I kind of got off track there. Being a hustler, I know has definitely helped. And like I said, I've well surpassed any little bit of help we got in the beginning, just from being able to do that, from flipping items, dirt bikes, motorcycles, cars, whatever the case, pew-pews. It's been beneficial, and I'm happy about that I have that know-how, and being able to do things myself too, having the tools, the physical tools, having the mindset and the know-how and the knowledge to be able to not have to pay a contractor, or like I said, yesterday's video, I think, or a couple days ago video, it makes me mad. I've always said that I'll never pay somebody for something that I can do, and yet here I am paying somebody to cut my freaking grass. And that's the thing, is like, I've got to make that decision. I can finance a tractor, a mower, zero turn, for about the same amount of money or less than what it's costing me to pay somebody per month. The only caveat, if you will, to that is that no matter what, if I buy a mower, finance it, buy a mower, I'm paying for it regardless. I'm paying for it if it snows, I'm paying for it if it rains, as to where just paying somebody, if it rains, I'm not paying them. If it snows, I'm not paying them. If they flake out and don't show up, I'm not paying them, but buying the mower, I will have a guaranteed $200-300 a month payment. Beneficial, extremely, because we need a mower for the house now, or we have had needed one for the last year that we've lived here, or so. We've been here a year and a half. Dad passed away about 6 months into us living here. So yeah, about a year we've needed a mower here at the house. So now we'll need one at the shop, obviously, or do need one at the shop. Sunshine lollipops, I got my heart. Super excited about my parts that came. My cologne. Good Lord, Janice. A ton of stuff in here. Where's my oil? No, that's it. Yeah, I got Klotz 2-stroke oil. I got a new Ratio Right cups. I can't find my old one. Should be everything. Got some other stuff. Got my cologne. Parts for the four-wheeler. So anyways, I've got a huge problem with that. I've always said that I'm not going to pay somebody for something I can do, but here I am doing it. So I need to figure that out pretty quick here. Figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to buy a mower or keep paying somebody to do it. And I hate that I am. But anyways, we're going to wrap the video up here. Actually, stand by. Actually, we're not. My new cologne came. Louis Vuitton Imagination. I have not smelled this cologne yet. We're going to smell it together for the first time. Opening the package now. Louis Vuitton Imagination. I am super excited about this. If you know me, you know I love Louis Vuitton. I've got shoes, I've got bags, I've got clothes, I've got blankets. Louis Vuitton Imagination. Look at that, look at that. I'm super excited to smell this one. Let's give it a shot. Ooh. That is nice. Very clean. Not as strong as I'd like it to be. Very clean scent though. I don't remember what the notes are. There's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Some people say it gives off like a fancy soap vibe. And I was hoping I was wrong. But I definitely smell it. Definitely smell the soap vibe. I like it though. It was worth the money, I think. It was an expensive bottle, so I hope it's worth the money. Yeah, I don't know. It's not what I expected. But I do like it. So, it is what it is. Now we're going to wrap it up. Appreciate you guys as always. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.